السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا بكم في برنامج نيوكاسل مع وليد، برنامج الأسبوعي. طبعا اليوم مع ديف، ويشاركنا اليوم صديقنا كريستوفر من لندن. Welcome lads and lasses to Newcastle with Walid. We have today the Watford Operation. We have Agent Dave, Agent Chris, and we collect a lot of information about our relegation rival Watford and Ranieri lads. What are they doing? What are they preparing for us on Saturday? Welcome Agent Chris. Welcome Agent Dave.
السلام عليكم.
صباح مساء الخير.
مساء الخير. أهلا بكم جميعا.
You still top talking in foreign languages. I'm just starting to get used to seeing that one, and you start else.
We're just saying good evening.
But, you know,
All right, lads. So what we have? Let's just today we have fan report, we have a player and coach report, and we have signing report. So let's start with you, Chris. What do you have? What Watford prepared for us from signings? Give us the transfer window of Watford report.
So here's a rundown of Watford's recent signings. So we have Hassan Kamara from the Ivory Coast, 27-year-old left back, came from Nice, 3 years contract, about 4 million. He played for them 47 matches, and he scored 2 goals. Then we've got Samir, Brazilian defender, 27 years old. He joined Udinese from Flamenco in 2016. And of course, Udinese is owned by Watford owner Gianpaolo Pozzo. He's on contract until 2025. He's played 142 matches, scored 6 goals, and while on loan at Verona, he scored 1 goal. Next, we have Edo Kiambe. Was a 1.3 million pound signing. Defensive midfielder, 23 years old, from Congo. Came from Belgium club KS Eupen. He played 40 matches, scored 4 goals. Before that, was at Anderlecht, which a lot of our players, Belgian players, have come from. He scored 30. He played 31 games and did not score. And now, as far as the targets, looking for a defender. His targets now include Nathan Phillips, center back from Liverpool. Liverpool has rejected a £7 million bid. And another target is Domagoj Vida, a 32-year-old Croatia international player. He's played 94 games, scored 4 goals. Played for Besiktas in Turkey. He's defender. Let's see what else. 126 26 matches, 14 goals.
All right, that's brilliant information. So all about defender. So Claudio Ranieri suffering like us, right, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like all the clubs at the bottom of the table, of course, they need scoring, but they also need, like us, to shore up our defense. Because, as was said by the Watford correspondent for The Athletic on their Newcastle podcast, Pod on the Tyne, he doesn't expect Watford to win against Newcastle, and would be shocked if they got a clean sheet, because Watford just has been shipping goals at defense, and he was optimistically predicting a 1-1 draw, but he definitely thought even Newcastle, with our scoring woes before we brought in, we'll talk about Chris Wood. Before we brought in Chris Wood, he was still expecting Newcastle to score goals against Watford, and it's just a question of can Watford get a result against Newcastle, and he wasn't very optimistic about that.
So Dave, as you see from Chris' report, Claudio Ranieri doesn't kidding around.
No, but is Kamara not playing in AFCON? I thought Kamara was, if he's with Ivory Coast, to be playing the AFCON, won't he not?
Yeah, we're just. I'm not commenting on who we're playing, the team or squad we're playing on Saturday. I was just giving you.
No, it's just. I understand what you're saying, Chris, but I'm sure I've seen some of the Watford fans, and obviously I'll go into that later on. Some of the Watford fans are hoping that Kamara gets picked. Now, I can't, if I talk about Kamara, then if he's with the Ivory Coast and he's in AFCON, so I don't know if he's in AFCON, he can't be playing.
Yeah. We have. I have this report. Who play in Africa now? We will discuss it later.
Right, yeah.
Follow our lead's lead here.
Yeah, follow the leader.
So what is the Dave? What is the chit chat and Watford fans? You are going and hearing what the enemy is saying, and
well, the Watford fans aren't very aren't being very politically correct. Let's just say some of the comments are.
what did you find?
Yeah, the Watford fans forum. It's known as the Hornets' Nest. I don't particularly like hornets or wasps anyway, so I've got a distinct hatred at the minute for Watford fans. If that's the way they're going on, but the main beef is with. I mean, one of the players who's written something for the fans forum. He's called Steve Leo Bellick. He's a squad player, and he's talking about blood on my hands, and the Newcastle. He's saying in one breath that Newcastle should win, but he's hoping that we get that they're desperate to beat the Magpies and their shiny baubles, regardless of their provenance. That they're a bitter breed. They're not actually quite Londoners, and they're not quite actually Southerners, but they're anything north of the Watford Gap.
Yeah, exactly. Ask Londoners what's the north, and they might say Watford. Yeah.
Watford, yeah, exactly.
North of Watford, yeah. But
the Watford fans, they're having a dig at Kieran Trippier, £12 million on a 32-year-old, and they haven't actually mentioned Chris Wood, because the date of writing with this, Chris hadn't. We hadn't even triggered Chris's signature.
Yeah.
But it says the Geordies had previously styled themselves as some of the best fans in the country and argued that they needed Ashley out to get their club back. But as soon as they saw the riches on offer from the Saudis, they were like true magpies, desperate to have their shiny baubles, regardless of their provenance. Just to add an extra bit of frisson to the game, anyhow.
We need to put up the photo of Leonardo DiCaprio laughing in a Newcastle kit.
Yeah, definitely.
I would, but he's
yes, but the fans
put it in the chat.
Yeah, what they said, the fans, what they're talking about. I mean, they've even put up a photograph of the our lads outside St James's Park with the tea towels on their head and going, "Oh, this is really classy." This is a bunch of fans who are so they call them shameless and all sorts. I haven't got
No, are they afraid from the game? Are they what do you think they are expecting? What is their what do you think they are our weaknesses? Have you heard anything related to that?
No, nothing. They seem to think that we will win, but they're hoping. It's been a hard. They're saying the final sentence. It's been a hard season to love this squad, but all of the ducking of long balls, brainless penalties, and conceded, and overweight players will be forgiven if we beat this lot on Saturday. And they said, "Come on, you Hornets." Well, I'm telling you what, I squash Hornets. I stamp on them. So don't get my way on Saturday because I'll stamp on you and our team will stamp on you. And Magpies eat Hornets. Magpies eat Hornets. Let's just say that.
All right. Okay, Chris, we saw.
I just want to hold it up for all of Dave's report. Yeah.
I found some tweet. We'll share it with you guys. Watford status said there is a reason where we were relegated with Cathcart in our starting side a few seasons ago. They are not happy with their defense, which we are going to talk about it in a while. Bozo did the cheap option again, getting a Denizli player and the center back that ensure can be upgrade. Sar missing is going to be our nail in the coffin. This reason reeks 2 years ago, but worse team. The defense man league when worthy. So again, they are not happy with the defense. Dave, you sent me earlier this, and yep. I said I didn't know what is this about. Really,
this is Mr. Elton John. Elton John, the rock star, big famous rock star in the UK, in fact, around the world. But Elton John used to be the owner and chairman of Watford Football Club and remains a fervent fan and attends virtually all Watford games. I remember St James's Park.
There's a stand. It's Elton John stand.
Yeah, I remember he came to St James's Park a few years ago when we were in. Would you believe Newcastle under Keegan? We had won 11 games out of 11 games, right? We needed to beat Watford at home at St James's Park. And if we beat Watford, we would have been the first team to win 12 games, the first 12 games out of 12 games. We got beat. And some Mackham who played for them scored the goal, which made it even worse. But Elton John was in the director's box just behind where I was standing because I stood above the tunnel. And Elton John was there and he had a big black thick fur coat on, looking very opulent, you know what I mean? But I got to give him his due. He did love his football. He did love Watford, and he did actually put his money where his mouth was. So we'll give him that one.
Yeah, okay. So far, okay, I understand. He can go, but what about next one?
Jerry Halliwell is from Watford.
Okay.
Jerry Halliwell is a Watford fan, and she actually, on a couple of our videos, actually wore a Watford strip. Yes, so Jerry Halliwell is a Watford fan. Yes,
and Ollie, this relates to our one F1 show because her husband is the what do you call it, the team principal for Max Verstappen and the team Red Bull.
Yeah,
so that's he's Mr. Jerry Halliwell.
Christian Horner.
Christian Horner, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So yes, Jerry Halliwell. Anthony Joshua is a Watford fan. He's the two-time unified world heavyweight champion before he got beat off Alexander Usyk.
He's fought in Saudi, right? Yeah.
I don't know when he's born in Saudi, but
no. He's fought. He's done a fight.
He's fought in Saudi. Yes, he's fought in Saudi.
Not born in Saudi.
But he's a very close friend of Troy Deeney, who was a Watford hero. So Anthony Joshua is another Watford fan. He's another one of the famous Watford fans. And there's two more coming up who you'll never believe, who are Watford
Actually, yeah, this is here I need to stop. Jennifer Aniston. How come?
Yeah.
How?
Jennifer Aniston was she was being interviewed by Radio 1's Chris Stark about her up-and-coming film, which back a few years ago. And the DJ had convinced her to support the club. So Aniston declared her allegiance to the Hornets, and the DJ gave her a Watford shirt with her name and squad number on the back, and she vowed to wear it. So Jennifer.
Oh, okay. So just a courtesy thing.
Yeah, it could be just a courtesy.
Just support. Yeah.
Exactly.
I thought she's a real supporter. How?
Yeah, but that's exactly how it starts, so doesn't it? You look at the guy who plays Deadpool. What do you call him? He bought Watford. He bought Wrexham because somebody gave him a shirt. Somebody give Prince Harry or Prince William a shirt when he was little, and he grew up to support Aston Villa. You know what I mean? So the King of England's going to support Aston Villa. So this is how it normally starts. And the final one is Haruba Mila Kunis. TV star, film actress. Again, she was approached by the radio DJ, similar to Jennifer Aniston.
But she wore black and white, Dave. Are you sure?
Yeah, but she's actually been to watch Watford play on a number of occasions, and now counts herself as a die-hard fan. So that's five top Watford fans. So
I have a prediction. You mentioned that that Prince William supports Aston Villa, but I'm going to predict right here on the show, and we can check back in about 15 years whether Prince George, the future King of England, he's got to be a Geordie.
He'd be a Geordie. He's called a Geordie. He'd get Geordie. George.
All right. We'll see after 15 years. Actually, I forgot who sent me this. I think you, Chris. Right?
I did. I did.
What's that about?
This is just what Watford are all about.
The names. I see.
Watford. It's the Watford Football Club. Their nicknames, they go by the Hornets, the Golden Boys, the Yellow Army, and the Owns. They're called the Owns because they've got, I think it's a stag in that team badge. Actually, it's not on the fans form. It's actually on the team badge. I'm sure they've got a deer or a stag of some sort. So,
all right. And this one?
No, you're not seeing on there. You'll need to see one of their football strips. But yeah.
No, I mean this one. What is it also? This one is the shirt.
This is just the fans forum, the Hornets Nest.
I think this belongs to you, Chris. No. No, you didn't see. Who sent me?
No.
Is it me?
Not me.
All right.
Must be yours, وليد.
Maybe, yeah.
I love how it says current transfer record minus 20. So it's like they've sold somebody for 20, but they not buy anyone for 20.
All right, that was interesting report, Dave. I don't know, it's something nice, regarding the celebrity fans, but all right. I want to know anything else on the game, on the Ranieri plans, or did the fans ask? They are terrifying from the game. Are they confident? What you hear about them?
No,
the game.
They're quite accepting that the fact they've got such a poor team, that they're going to get beat.
They're
not happy with the signings.
Who
have they signed? No,
they've signed them players, Kamara and stuff like that, but they haven't signed anybody who's going to do us any damage. The player we've got to keep an eye on is Shaw.
Okay, our other reporter, Junior Turner,
I was
Carlos
saving that for
has
7 o'clock.
That's for what
Okay.
8 o'clock show.
Just want to mention it. Okay, now my report. All right. So what happened? Actually, there was a coach called Chicos Munoz before Claudio Ranieri. So they are the coaches for Watford. Okay, when they start the season, Munoz coached Watford 7 games, 2 wins, 1 draw, 4 loss, 7 points, score 7, concede 9. All right, so the 7 points from 7 games. So they sacked them at international break on 4th October. They signed Claudio Ranieri. So what happened with Claudio Ranieri? He plays 11 games, 2 wins, 9 loss, 6 points. So the previous manager was doing much better than Claudio Ranieri. And also in Claudio Ranieri, he scored 15, so maybe better score somehow, but he conceded 27, much worse than Munoz. So in total, Watford scored 22, concede 36. I think we are maybe our defense is worse, but we aren't together in this. So this is explained. This is the signing you tell us about, Chris. This is explained the signings, all about defense and the Udinese player. Okay, so regarding tactics, I chose 4 games for Ranieri. I didn't cheat. First game of Ranieri, it was in 4 October. It was Liverpool game. 5-0, beaten 5-0 from Liverpool. That was the lineup for first game. As you can see, 5-4-1. Ismail Assar in the front. So I want to say who's the players he depending on. So as you can see, the most important players in the team, of course, the Foster, the goalkeeper, and number 5, Trost, he's Nigerian. He playing now in Africa. He play most of the games for Watford. So I don't think he will miss the game on Saturday. That's why Mr. Claudio Ranieri bring all the defense. Now we'll go to the best game or best performance for Watford, which was against Everton, against Rafa Benitez. They win in Everton at Goodison Park 5-2. So as we can see here, Cathcart in the defense, Cathcart and Trust, who will not play. Cathcart, the fan was saying he's the reason of our relegation. So I think Cathcart is there on Jamal Lascelles.
I have to say, Waleed, that I attended the Newcastle away at Watford, since it's a local game for me, and I wasn't impressed at all by Watford. Even early in the season, they don't have much of an attack. They're eminently beatable. They did think they had beat us because we did draw 1-1, but there was a late goal that was disallowed on VAR. So
yeah,
the Watford fans were sent into a frenzy, thinking that they had won, but thanks to normally not our friend VAR, it was confirmed offside, and we got the draw. One update to Junior Turner's comment about Carlos. That's not accurate based on what the article actually says. NUFC 360 says that, but the actual article in Spanish says they are resisting the offer. They haven't rejected it.
Resistant.
They are. They haven't said. They haven't said no. They haven't said yes. But they haven't said no. So
usually it will not happen. Usually,
resisting, they haven't rejected it yet. I mean,
Yeah.
it sounds like a rejection, but just to be fair to the article, because NUFC 360 was wrong in their little blurb. The Carlos bid has not been rejected. It hasn't been accepted, but it hasn't been rejected. So it looks unlikely that it'll be accepted. There's going to be further bids, but it hasn't been formally rejected yet.
Yeah, we'll leave that at 8 o'clock. You know, we'll leave that.
I just wanted to, since Junior Turner.
Yeah. Just hopefully, يعني, we want to dig again with it because they just been it same story of Putman, you know, waiting and wasting time. We'll see about that. So as we said, obviously Claudio Ranieri not happy with this defense. I will ask you a question, lads, after these two pictures. Now we'll go the third game and the fourth game. It's all now. It's look like Claudio Ranieri starting to play 4-1-4-1. They really like Sissoko. He depends on Sissoko in the defense midfielder. And this is the last game of the year against West Ham. We got beat 4-1 at home. And as we can see, the striker is Bonaventure. And also they have the same Cathcart. And maybe because the Nigerian defender didn't play, Joshua Kind also in the picture. All right. So we're going to talk also about Tufan, the Turkish player, number 18. There is updated for this window. A lot of fans not happy with Tufan, Ozan Tufan. They're considering termination of the contract, but there is a clause again with a clause. I think they have to, even if they get relegated, Watford, he is stuck with the team. His original team is Fenerbahce from Turkey. This is first game of the season, which of 2021 against Tottenham, was really maybe best performance for Tottenham. They got the goal late and injury time, late goal from Tottenham, and as you can see, he played 4-4-2. So maybe he will play this, or maybe he will play 4-4-1. We notice now in this lineup he blow with Loza, the Moroccan player, in the defense midfielder as well. We are not really sure which game, but if you can see Joshua King, I think he plays striker here. So it's about Tufan. He looked like confusing about Tufan situation, Claudio Ranieri. Regarding Africa, there is something interesting as well. The club official saying good luck to our Hornets in Africa. They say to Moroccan start Messina. He's the left back, which that's why they got another left back. You mentioned Chris. Also, they have a Trust also as well, and Loza from Morocco. And they have I can't see the name. He's Okoy. Okoy. He's not in the starting lineup. So they will not miss him, but they will miss Trust, the fixed defender or the best defender in Watford, because he played in Nigeria. So the interesting part is Ismail Assar. They didn't wish him good luck in the Africa. We know that he was injured, but the Senegal team insists to get him and do their own investigation and test and stuff. And they didn't congratulate him or wish him luck in the Africa. There was a huge issues between Watford and Africa. Senegal team they didn't want to Ismail Assar to being bring to the champion. A lot of fans, they are so disappointed because they are I think Sarr, they are it's like Saint Maximin for us. He's the best player so far for Watford. Watford now have crucial games against us barely. So this is a really relegation battle. We have interesting 7 days. In 7 days, Watford, they have Newcastle, barely Norwich. So that's why this is very interesting. They have all these signings. What do you think, lads, about this?
I thought, did Saw not get called up too late and he didn't go? Or was that Kamara?
Yeah,
I know it's Kamara wasn't.
There was an issue there that people were accusing Watford of holding back their players, but maybe it was they said he was called up too late.
According to BN Sport, he went.
Well, it must have been Kamara who was called up too late because I didn't see Kamara's name on there. And if he's Ivorian, then why is he not gone to AFCON? And they're saying they're hoping that he gets picked to play against Newcastle. So I presume by that he didn't go. He didn't go. So Kamara hasn't gone, but Saw has. So if Saw's gone, fine. That's great for us.
Anyone, he will not play against us.
Yeah.
But as far as I know, he went. So I will double check that. But as far as I know, BN Sport, he said they catch the team. So I don't know.
All right. But I think in that case, I don't think we've got much to fear from Watford. I don't, honestly, half of them players, I haven't even heard of half of them. And Musa Sissoko will not like the reception that he gets at St. James's Park. And he'll shit himself when 52.
Kenny Rose is gone.
His ex Newcastle.
Yes.
Yeah,
he left Newcastle. When we got relegated, he demanded money, and he went off to play for Tottenham. So he gets called the greedy bar steward. There's only one greedy bar steward.
Actually, I'm kind of afraid. I'm not afraid either, even with the signing Chris mentioned. I'm afraid from the referees.
I'll lead. I just noticed that the color of our names or emails
yellow
at the bottom is like Watford yellow.
Yes, because it's a Watford Operation.
Yeah. The only thing is, I mean, they've got Josh King up front, and the good thing about that, with them having Josh King, is that he played with Richie, he played with Eddie Howe, he's played with all the other Fraser, all the other Bournemouth connections. So we're gonna know how Josh King's going to play. So Eddie Howe will have Josh King all tied up. So if they come 4-1-4-1, which I expect them to do so, I think it'll be more like a 4-5-1. I think they'll just lock up. They'll try and lock up the midfield to stop with playing through the midfield. I don't think they've got any way trying to get the ball through to Josh King to score. I think they'll just try and shut up shop. They're going to park the bus. That's what they're going to do.
This is the last lineup. I think one of them, and as you see here.
Yeah, I think that'll be the lineup because I don't think they'll go 4-4-2.
Yeah,
they're going to want to try and defend this. They'll park the bus. They'll go either 5-4-1 or 4-5-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Samir will Chris friend, he will mark Chris Wood, our new striker.
I'm predicting Chris Wood to score.
Yes, so much.
Brilliant. Here in the FA Cup, he put the important player on the bench, and he said, before the match, my focus was preserve some more experienced players and give them more rest where possible. I took this decision thinking of the rest of the season, and this is our priority now. So everybody thinking about this game, and we hopefully we cover. It was really nice reports, lads. we يعني thank you for this report, and hopefully Eddie Howe will use this information,
Yes.
especially the Jennifer Aniston.
I
So
can't
I'm
get
just
Selby. I can't get Selby.
Like, I think we need West Ham to win tonight. West Ham have got to win tonight.
against Norwich, yeah.
Yeah, against Norwich. So let's hope West Ham, because they're at home. They want to consolidate their position in the top 4. So
Let's go Hammers.
yeah, exactly. Come on, you
Hammer
Irons.
time.
Come on, you Irons. But you see, people from the northeast and people from the east end of London were made from the same. We're cut from the same cloth. You know, so we get on well with the Cockney White boys. You know, but you know, we're very much the same type of people.
Yeah.
You know, we love our football clubs to death. And I get on with West Ham supporters more than I get on with anybody else.
And nobody outside of the regions can understand.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, lads? Next week we'll do the same with Bielsa and Leeds.
Yeah.
Okay. El Loco.
El Loco, exactly.
The crazy one. That's his nickname.
Yeah. He is the crazy one.
All right. Thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget we will have transparency at 8 UK. اليوم انتقالات إن شاء الله. راح نلتقيكم تقريبا بعد ساعة وربع الساعة 11 في برنامج انتقالات. الأسبوع القادم راح نلتقيكم إن شاء الله في ليدز أوبريشن عملية واتفورد. نراكم على خير. Take care lads. See you after 1 hour.